This is NOScast here, episode 30. We have
30.
30.
Holy shit.
30. Yeah, 30. We're on 30, bro. We are on 30. Next thing you know, we'll be at 50, and then we'll be at 100. So, we have a lot. Well, I have some stuff to talk about. Not a lot, but I have some stuff I want to talk about. Is there anything you want to say before we get into discussion?
I mean, things will pop in my head. I'm sure of it. I don't got much to say right now. Like we're just starting. Um,
Okay.
no, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, things will come up.
So, we're gonna start with this then. So, you know the Star Wars Battlefront classic games?
Yeah,
Okay. Were you a big fan of them?
I didn't play them that much. I remember. I've never fully played. I remember on the PS2. Like
Mm-hmm.
I played one on the PS2, but like I didn't even have a fucking memory card back then. So like every game I played back then, it was like I sit and play from the beginning and get as
Mm-hmm.
far as I can
Yeah, and
until the
then
PlayStation gets turned off.
yeah,
And
yeah. So they're bringing those two games, the first one and second one, back out again. But
oh really?
yeah, but they're bringing online to it, which there was
They
online.
always had online. Yeah, they had online.
Yeah, but they turned off the servers. So like for what, a decade now, the
We heard about
servers.
that. They didn't do that on purpose. They didn't turn off the servers. Servers got turned off by somebody else.
Whatever. So the servers got turned off. Doesn't matter if it's PlayStation, Xbox turn them off, or the developers turn them off.
It was,
Huh?
and it wasn't Xbox or developers. They were okay, so they bought servers off of another company, right?
Exactly.
And then later down the years, that company got bought by another company.
Exactly.
And when that company got bought, the company that bought them turned off every their servers.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not that infects pretty much everybody except for Xbox. Because Xbox was like pretty much the only company that wasn't using their servers.
Okay. Well, anyway, the servers got turned off. So for like a decade now, the servers have been off. So all you were able to do is single player, AI combat, and that's about it. They're
Right.
bringing these games back as a collection bundle. All right. And, huh?
Like the Master Chief.
Basically, yes. Like the Master Chief Collection. So they're bringing them back as a collection bundle. There's no, like, from what I could see as in trailers and whatnot, there's no gameplay enhancements. There's no graphic enhancements. Nothing. It's just maybe some glitches fixed in the game that they didn't fix when it came out or whatever the fuck. So on and so forth.
Well, it's basically just the server patch. Like they're changing up the servers. I think it took them so long to do it because like a lot of games that get shut down.
So
because they weren't
EA
the only.
owns the thing for Star Wars. You know that, right? EA owns the shit for Star Wars. So, well, they don't own it, but
They don't. They have the license to use it.
yeah, they have the license to use it.
Exclusive license. to use it.
So,
Actually, no, that's not even true because of the other Star Wars game. They no longer hold the exclusive license.
Yes,
they lost it, but they
yes.
still are allowed to make it.
Yes. So, I think this is EA because EA is the one that does Star Wars Battlefront games.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is EA. They're bringing
Which that wasn't EA back then. It was Lucas.
I
like
know. I'm talking about.
They don't even
now.
exist. I understand, but that company. You have to know the history. The company that did make it doesn't even exist anymore.
I know because they don't. I don't think Lucas.
LucasArts.
LucasArts.
It's like they don't exist.
Yeah, I know because Disney bought them out, and Disney probably.
Yeah.
Well, I think they didn't exist before Disney. I'm not sure. Anyway, they don't exist, and now, so everyone's been talking about Star Wars Battlefront. Like, when is the next Star Wars Battlefront 3 game gonna come out? So what EA is doing or whoever is doing this. I think it's EA. I'm not sure. They haven't even shown like who the developers are. I'm just guessing it's EA because they do the fucking Star Wars Battlefront shit. They brought this shit out. Okay, you're able to do online multiplayer, 64 online servers, the whole shit. Like, you know how Battlefield is 64 online servers? Well, now they're 128, but
Right.
the old ones. So you're able to do 64 online servers, play Star Wars Battlefront 1, and do the classic editions all online. And they have single player, and they have LAN PvP, and split screen PvP too, and split screen co-op. So, huh?
I said interesting.
And it's like $30, $28 to be. It's on sale to be actually. It's
And that's like all the games.
huh?
That's like all of them.
Yeah, there's
the old
only
one?
there's only 1 and 2, and I played
Yeah.
1 and 2 also. And I think I know Star Wars Battlefront 1, if you mod it, you can find servers that people put up for Star Wars Battlefront 1 and play online with it, but I was never able to I didn't really get into all that. But now, since they're actually redoing it, they're actually servers. They're by developers or whatever.
Yeah, like those mods that did that, because that was a big thing. Because every single company that used that server stuff, like they all went down at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like all these games, unrelated to each other, completely unrelated to each other, all went down same exact time because the servers got shut off. Some of them ended up, yeah, like you said, there's mods that didn't work for all the games that went down because they didn't all use the same service.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that use the matchmaking service, yeah, like they made a bunch of mods for that. So like all the games that are like that, like this affects. It's not just Battlefront. Like it's a much bigger thing than Battlefront that caused this. And like there's so many games that are never gonna get the same type of love that Battlefront is, like getting re-released, because they're pretty much fucking broken and lost to time at this point. Nobody. It doesn't matter if you find a pirated version of the game, it's not gonna work.
So, from what I found with this game, it's Aspire Media. I don't even know who they are. Aspire. Aspire. There's
Like
some
aspiration.
Yeah, there's some people on Steam, and I think they're the ones that posted it. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think they're the ones that posted it and whatnot on Steam, because they posted the Tomb Raider remastered and shit. So I'm just guessing they're the ones that did it. I could be wrong, to be honest, because I don't know. So, but I'm guessing Aspire is the ones that did it. That are remastering or doing this Star Wars Battlefront collection thing and whatnot. I'm just guessing. I don't even know if they're EA too. They could be some low development EA developers that EA has, but I could be wrong on that too. I don't know. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this shit. To be able to, I don't know if it's cross-platform. There hasn't been no thing about it being cross-platform. That would be even insane if it was cross-platform too. Because I get that this is an old-ass game, but like if they can make this old-ass game cross-platform where you can play with PC, Xbox, PS, PlayStation, and Switch also, that would be like...
They did a trailer, an announcement trailer. It just didn't.
But they didn't say it was cross-platform. It's coming out for the PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and the Switch. But there's none of it saying, yeah, the developers are Aspire and the publishers are Aspire. So it's not even EA. It's Aspire that's doing it.
Yeah, because EA lost the license. Because I know, like, right when they did, there was, like, another Star Wars game that came out that had nothing to do with EA.
Yeah, and Ubisoft's making an EA game, I think, too. Ubisoft's making a Star Wars game also. So, yeah, I don't know. So this has nothing to do with EA at all. This has nothing to do with EA. Which I kind of like it has nothing to do with EA. Because who would have known what would happen if EA had control of this? They probably, I don't know. I feel like they should have like did better graphics at least. Like enhance the graphics a little bit.
Because I think honestly, because like I said, like when that thing went down, like when the servers went down, like a lot of games just completely disappeared, right? And what people wanted, the people that still played those games, because like believe it or not everybody plays the newest games. There are plenty of people that stay back and play old games exclusively. And all these people that played these old games, like they're basically for a lot of games there wasn't enough people playing them for them to update them. Some games got updates, so they fixed it with an update. And games like this they haven't done anything with, but I think like they're looking at it and there's enough people to do an update to the game. Like it would cost so much more money to do new graphics. So like they're doing an old game, they're basically not changing any of the mechanics. So it's going to feel like an old game by playing it, right? And so basically if they're going to like not if they're just trying to maintain the game, preserve it, for instance, like there's not it's going to be really expensive to like upgrade the graphics. If they were to upgrade the graphics, they'd probably have to think about making it more modern, and instead of it being a $30 game,
It would have been a $60 game.
yeah.
I don't know, like I'm just saying they could have like at least enhanced it by a smudge, like I don't know, like
I mean, there's only so much you can do with texturing. So there's modeling and there's texturing. So like there's levels of detail you can get, and the textures like you can let's say you have they don't do anything with the models, but they upgrade the textures. So if they don't do anything with the models, then all the hitboxes like pretty much stay the same and nothing looks fucked with the hitboxes. So like cuz if you change the model but don't change the hitbox,
yeah, then it's fucked up.
then it's fucked up. So they could have like retextured it, but like if the models are not high enough resolution, then like the texture will just look flat. Like it might have high resolution, but it'll still look like shit because it's flat as fuck.
Like if you look, I'm going back and looking at like the game as of what pictures they have up. It looks the exact same from when I played it on the PS2 and original Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing has changed, which like that's fine, like, but it's like it just looks so outdated, you know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just like the only reason why like what's called Broforce is because it's like Broforce. Yeah, it looks outdated, but that's like
That's an aesthetic choice. So like there's a difference between making a game look outdated for aesthetic choice and a game just being outdated, right?
Mhm.
Battlefront 1, those were the best graphics available. They're not, of course you're like, oh, they could have done more with the graphics. They could have done this. Game would definitely be way more expensive, and likely they probably wouldn't have even done it because those Star Wars Battlefronts play nothing at all like the new Battlefronts. So people like that are Battlefront fans, like that don't know the old games, that are like they're probably not even gonna like it. There's probably not gonna be like huge amounts of it's probably gonna be big enough you'll hear about it, but like there's probably not gonna be huge amounts of people buying this game. And like yeah, I get what you're saying. And like a game like Broforce having outdated graphics, that's a style choice. A game like Star Wars Battlefront having outdated graphics, the game is actually outdated.
Well, yeah, like by a long shot. Even the like if the
Right.
controls don't
It's
even
for
change either,
preservation, right?
huh?
It's for preservation. So like keeping the game alive. Like that's what a lot of people are after. Like they would like to be able to buy a game and like keep it for the rest of their lives.
Well, like it's not even that though. Like this game has a lot of hype around it because it's the old Star Wars Battlefront games that I grew up playing, that you probably grew up playing too, and a lot of people grew up playing. And then when the newer Star Wars Battlefront 1s and 2s came out, like, they were good and all, but they had microtransactions, but they're nothing like the old ones. Like, yeah, they have better graphics, like, duh, like, it has better graphics by far, and the whole shit and the whole nine. But at the same time, this is an older game, and the older games nostalgia is always going to have more of an impact than a newer game of that older version. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unless
Which
you
nostalgia only goes too far too.
Exactly.
Like, you go and play older games. Like when you're back then, it's like a game is a game. Like you go and play a different game, you're gonna expect different controls. Like you're gonna expect controls not being standard.
Like exactly, and like even like Left 4 Dead 2. Like going back and playing Left 4 Dead 2 when that was an Xbox 360 game. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 were original Xbox One games, and then you go to Left 4 Dead 2 and that was a 360 game. And the reason why Left 4 Dead 2 is so much better now is because of the replay value in the whole shit. With Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, the originals, is really like yeah, there's online, but there's no replay value. That's the only replay value, is the online. You know, the Left 4 Dead 2 has a modding aspect to make the replay value more aesthetic.
Yeah, there's a lot of games, and there's games with official mod support and games with unofficial mod support, right? When Minecraft came out, they were not planning on it being modded, but people modded it, so then they allowed it. So like that game did not have official mod support when it came out, but people modded it anyway. And then they're like, "Fuck it."
Well, yeah, of course, because people are gonna mod games no matter if they like it or not. Like, that's just how it's gonna happen. But when it has a workshop on Steam, that means it's like official, like mod support by Steam alone. Like, right?
I mean, typically, yeah. Like, there's an option. The developer can turn on the workshop option, and like to be able to turn on the workshop option, you have to put in the workshop stuff into your game. So any game with the workshop stuff in it was put in by the developer.
You know, Broforce has a workshop option, which I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had a workshop option. But, so, okay. Now, let's put this into aspect. So, you know how, Roblox has replay value out the ass, right? I don't think, like,
Roblox, I wouldn't even say Roblox is a game.
What would you call it?
I would call Roblox a metaverse in itself. Because it is an application. It is a platform for people to go to.
Indeed.
But can you tell me a single game that the people that made Roblox made?
No.
No, I can't either. They made a platform for people to make stuff.
Yeah, that is true.
So it's not really a game. People make games on Roblox. So yeah, Roblox has replay value out the ass, but that's because all of the games in Roblox is made by the community. So everything in Roblox is community driven. Absolutely everything.
Yeah, like
nothing is actually made by the Roblox developers.
We exactly that's what I'm saying. But it's like you said, it's like a metaverse as itself. But the replay values, it's a game / metaverse. You know what I'm saying? That's how you like.
Well, we completely disagree with that. I 100% agree with the metaverse thing. It is not a game at all because there is no goal. There is no objective. Like, there is nothing. The only thing they give you is a platform to make games.
Okay, so now let's put this into play then. When you have Roblox, you have I'm having brain farts. When you have Roblox, when you have Fortnite, when you have Halo, and I'm saying Halo as in Master Chief Collection, which has a replay value as itself. Hold on, let me explain.
The older Halos, like Halo 1 and 2, actually came out on PC, and they had mod support. They didn't have official mod support back then,
Let me
but the
explain.
reason they added the mod support is because PC players modded the OG Halos before they took it off of PC.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. By force. Okay.
Yeah.
But let me explain. When you have Roblox, when you have Fortnite, when you have Halo Master Chief Collection and Halo Infinite and Halo Master Chief Collection, Halo as itself does have replay value because they have Forge and there's mod support within that Forge to make it replay value as itself. So when you have Halo, when you have Halo Infinite, Halo 5, Left 4 Dead 2, Assetto Corsa even has replay value mod support. Also, when you have all these games, what I just expect have all replay value aspects within the game or with mod support within the game. What do they all these games that I've mentioned, and there's probably even more that I've probably left out. I will put Broforce in this too. All these games have a comment of replay value. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where all those games, every single one of those games I just mentioned, even with the Halo Master Chief Collection with 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Halo Reach and through ODST, have a replay value aspect. Okay, and that's what I think games, even Black Ops 3 too, have a replay value aspect. PC Black Ops 3 with modding have a replay value aspect to make the longevity of that game a lot longer preservation.
With the mods, yeah, because I agree. I don't think it's a necessity games have it, but I think it's a great idea for the developer to think about it like that with okay, so we can't think of everything the player wants. So let's
Exactly.
give them an ability, whether that is Forge. Forge isn't modding, but whether it's putting something into the game to allow the
Exactly.
player to build what they want or explicitly allow modding.
Exactly. But if you look at it like this, okay, Halo as itself has Forge, and they do take the maps that people make in Forge and put them into the public servers for everyone to use them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They haven't always done that, but
No, but they started doing it from Halo
they
Reach,
based
I
it off
think,
of
too. I
what
think.
the rating, because when you go into Forge, you can
Yes.
rate the maps.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and if they get high enough rating,
I think they started doing that from Halo 4. I don't think they were doing that in Halo Reach. I think they started doing it in Halo Reach, but I'm not sure.
they have a server list in Reach,
I
and
know.
you can. It isn't in matchmaking, but you can go to public Forge maps, like Forge servers.
Okay, so is that PC only, or is that all of Reach?
I'm pretty sure it's all of Reach.
Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know.
I know at least on Master Chief Collection it's crossplay because I know Noble invited me to some of those matches just the other day, but I'm pretty sure on the 360 because the Master Chief Collection is compatible with the 360 version. You could play the 360 version of the game and still run into the Master Chief Collection players.
Okay, cool. So that's what I'm saying. When Halo as itself has the replay value of Forge, okay, that makes the longevity of replay value. And then when you put modding into that aspect, where the developers literally have on Steam a workshop of modding, that makes the longevity of replay value even more aspect into Halo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where, like you said, Fortnite is sort of becoming, not Fortnite, but Roblox is sort of is a metaverse, and Fortnite is getting into that metaverse aspect also.
Fortnite
Where
is turning into Roblox.
Yeah.
I think they're learning. They're not going to be able to survive
off of Battle Royale, which they still have Battle Royale there. Is just they're not. They made it into this where it's just anything. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just you can do anything in Roblox now, and Halo is like that also, where you can just do anything in Halo. You can. It doesn't have to be. It could be infected. It can. There's everything of game mode on demand in Halo as of Fortnite and Roblox and shit. Black Ops 3 still has there's a replay value, but it's like it doesn't have that aspect of it can be anything. You know what I'm saying? Neither does Left 4 Dead 2. It has a main goal of what it is, like Black Ops 3 and Left 4 Dead 2 and whatnot, of the main goal of what it is. So there's the replay value in that aspect, but they didn't make it into like where you could just do anything in Left 4 Dead 2. You can do anything in what's it called? You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
have a goal of what it could be.
You know how people always talk about like, oh, people are always wanting a zombie exclusive game, right? Like for Call of Duty, they're like, we
That
just
would
want a
be
zombie
amazing.
game.
That would be so amazing.
I'd say Black Ops 3 is the closest best thing we'll ever get to it.
Exactly.
Because of like that's the main thing that gets modded into it. And you say it's a specific thing, and the mod support on Black Ops 3, like the when they hand it out, because you had to actually get accepted from Activision to be able to make mods for it.
Mm-hmm.
You can make anything, but people didn't make anything.
They just made
Like
zombies.
people didn't make just any. Yeah, you can make anything in it. You can make a new campaign. You can make a new campaign in Halo. You can make a new campaign in Left 4 Dead. You can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still what people actually end up doing.
Exactly, but the aspect of Black Ops 3 Halo, or Black Ops 3 and Left 4 Dead 2 is it's a zombie. Like Left 4 Dead 2 is a zombie. Battlefield Black Ops 3 is a Call of Duty shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't gotten away from
them apart, and I don't think they can, because if they went and like tried to do the whole Roblox thing,
they could.
And, like,
it would probably break like a fucker. Like a
I'm not saying like physically breaking, but like it probably wouldn't work out as well. Like Activision Call of Duty, they want to keep their image, right? Epic, I don't think Epic really cares about Fortnite. Like they like the money. Fortnite built them up to the studio they are. Like when they were making Fortnite, they didn't have the Epic Game Store. They weren't nearly as big. They were just leaving Microsoft. You know.
Exactly. Because Epic was Gears of War. You know?
So like they were just leaving Microsoft, and they were like big enough to stand on their own, but they were barely standing. And
that's what I'm saying, as in Fortnite has made it more of it just being Fortnite. Like, yes, you knew Fortnite as a battle royale, and
I think Epic's move is to turn into the next Steam. Like eventually, Fortnite is gonna die. Look at Steam, right? When Steam came out, they had a handful of games. They had their CS, like their Counter-Strike games. They had their Team Fortress games. They had their Portal games. They had their Half-Life.
Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, they're like they were just a game developer.
Yeah.
What fucking games do you hear about them making now?
None.
Like when they made their VR headset, they made a VR game. They made Half-Life Alyx, and that game was fun as fuck. But like they don't make games. They're a publisher.
Yeah, they're a publisher.
So like, and you're looking at everything Epic is doing. They made the Epic Game Store. They're competing with Steam.
Exactly.
Steam is their
They're being a publisher.
Mm-hmm.
EA is a publisher.
And they're keeping Fortnite around just because Fortnite is their foundation.
Well, Fortnite is their bread and butter.
Yeah, it's their foundation. It's what got them where they are. And it's going to stay around, and they're probably going to continue maintaining it for a long ass time, as long as like they're making money. Whether or not that game's making money, because that's even how Steam did it to their games. They kept games updated just because like they can. And yeah, it's like eventually Fortnite's going to die and Epic will not care.
Well, yeah, because to be honest, like, how long has Roblox been around?
Roblox has been around longer than Minecraft, or around the same time as Minecraft. I remember
exactly.
Like I was not even in middle school.
Exactly, and what I'm okay, and what I'm trying to get at is if they do Fortnite right, it will be around as long as probably Roblox will be around.
Mhm.
Because you could do anything you want to do in Fortnite now. You could literally do anything. Like the skies, they remake maps from like Call of Duty, like Nuketown, and make a freaking gun game and like called it there. Like they could do anything they want in Fortnite, and like yes, like Fortnite, like nothing lasts forever. Like of course Roblox is eventually gonna die. Fortnite's eventually gonna die. Everything will eventually die, but it's how long it will take for it to die. It might last forever. You know what I'm saying? If they do it right. But by then, Epic Games might be this big, like as big as Steam publisher that, like, the people that play the game are just making the game now, not even the developers anymore.
And that's pretty much where it's at.
Like, as it will probably assume, like yes, they'll still have the epic skins and whatnot that they made, but pretty soon, like, someone will be able to make their own skin. Someone be able to do this, like you could do your own microtransactions, like Roblox. You could do like the whole shit. Like soon enough, it's just gonna be like that. Like Epic Games is just gonna be like, well,
They have their creator, right?
huh?
Epic has their creator code system,
Exactly. Yeah.
which is very like the Fortnite, or not very like the Roblox, except the difference is, like, you know, Roblox, like you buy the in-game money, and you buy something in Roblox,
Mm-hmm.
and a portion of the money goes to Roblox, and a portion of it goes directly to the developer. Well, Epic has their what's it called? The creator code.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically the same thing. You know how you get creator codes? There's several ways. You can get a creator code by being like a big streamer. You can get a creator code by making maps in Fortnite. Like, you don't even have to be a streamer to get a creator code. Like, that a lot of people think you have to be a streamer. But you can simply get a creator code in Fortnite by making shit in Fortnite. You can make maps in Fortnite and you can get a creator code. You can, you know, just being a part of the community and making stuff, being an active member and making stuff. You get a creator code. Obviously, people use that creator code and you get a cut of the profit. I don't know which is better. Would you say the Fortnite model or the Roblox model would be better there?
Because like Roblox, like people make their own skins, and like you buy that skin on Roblox.
People make their money. Because people make their own. I'm saying like how people make their money on it. Like, yeah, Roblox people make their own skins. They make their own models, and they can sell their models. That's more like
Minecraft.
Unity.
Mm-hmm.
No, a lot of stuff on Minecraft people just fucking steal. Because there are shit on Minecraft that costs money, but people like get their grubby little fingers on it and get it for free.
Yeah, and Minecraft is another one of replay value aspect where, like, Minecraft is Minecraft, but like
right, and that's mostly due to like modding, because like what you play Minecraft and like they update the game like once or twice a year. Like some years they do more than others. They update the game, but like what the hell did they spell? Yeah, they update the game, but most of the replay value comes in with the mods. Like, you play any server. Have you ever played a server that isn't modded?
No.
No. Every single server has mods on it.
Exactly. Because
so like
modding, like, because like the developers, like, the developers add shit to Minecraft.
They make the vanilla game, and a lot of people enjoy that.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but a lot of people, the vanilla, like, it's kind of like World of Warcraft. You know, the vanilla is not gonna always.
Yeah, if you talk about World of Warcraft, vanilla versus not vanilla in World of Warcraft isn't about modding. It's the DLC. So if you don't have DLC, you're playing vanilla. So like, in that context, it's a little different. World of Warcraft vanilla is just no DLC World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and but like the no DLC World of Warcraft vanilla is gonna get boring after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
You're
why.
maxed out at 80 levels. Like, you can only go up to level 80 and you're done.
Yeah, that it's gonna get boring. Because when you're the top dog and you're just like sitting there like, what the fuck do I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna eventually buy the DLC, whether you like it or not. And that's the same way with Minecraft, as in you're gonna eventually say, fuck it, I'm gonna mod this shit. Because it enhances the game. You know what I'm saying? Even more. And the same shit with Lethal Company is that the mods enhance the game even more. There's no PvP aspect in Lethal Company. It's all PvE.
Right. Lethal Company is a game, like, no mods. You can play Lethal Company without mods. But, like, you know how you said when I was trying to get you to get the game, you're like, well, they say you can't, like, after so long, you're gonna fucking lose. Like, you didn't want to get the game because basically, like, you're gonna lose. Well, you're gonna lose zombies as well. Like, it's the same concept. But basically, yeah. But with the mods, like, you can make it to where, like, oh, there's new maps, there's more places to explore. Oh, like, I can get second chances, or I can, like, gamble. Like, in the vanilla game, there's no gambling. So, like, you know how it's like, oh, it's impossible to go past so many days. But then you add gambling into the mix. It's like, oh shit, I almost didn't make it, but then I gambled this fucking eyeball.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it enhances the game even more with modding. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference with modding the game to fuck up other people's enjoyment, and modding the game to enhance the game for other people's enjoyment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Yes, you can mod Among Us, and yes, you can mod the Among Us game to enhance other people's enjoyment, yes. But you also can hack the Among Us game to ruin everyone else's enjoyment and say fuck everybody, where you just hack the server and everyone just lags out and quits.
Yeah, then we go into the terms of, like, the difference between hacking and modding, which in technical terms isn't really a big difference, but in, like, terms of how people actually think about it, like, modding is like making the game, like, changing the game, not necessarily breaking it. Whereas hacking is like you're trying to, like, ruin the experience for other people, or you're trying to, like, break the game, make it unplayable, like, basically unplayable for other people.
Exactly.
That's not actually what terms mean, but that's what, like, most people think about when they say the difference between those two terms, because you could mod a game by hacking it, or you could hack a game by modding it. But, like, when you think about a hacker is like a bad person. A modder is somebody that's like, oh, I'm modifying the game. I'm adding Vegeta into Fallout 4. And
yeah, which I'm surprised DBD hasn't been modded yet.
I think it's the type of game. Like, those there's, like, a big thing between, hold on, let me think a second, between whether or not a game should be modded. So yeah, like, have a lack of mods affects their replay value negatively. But they also, like, have everything running through their dedicated server, and they have their stats and stuff like that, right? That they keep in your levels. And you don't really have, like, an alternative, like, so, like, adding a mod to the game will fuck up the statistics on it. So, like, you could add something to, like, make the game, like, easier, add more, like, enemies and stuff like that, add more characters, and that's, in their mind, it's like that's taking money out of their pocket, right? You can try to do what Bethesda did, what they tried to do. Actually, they didn't succeed. But, like, because, people, like, you think the old Fallouts, like, when they have, like, the Fallout 4 and they have, like, Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
When those games originally came out on PC,
Mm-hmm.
they did not have mod support, but people modded them anyway. So when they remastered the games, they added official mod support to the game. It's now much easier to mod it because they have official mod support, but they wanted you to pay for every single mod you downloaded.
Well, that sucks.
So, and people didn't put up with that. But
Of course
basically,
not.
like that's a point of view. Like Bethesda did not mean for people to mod their games originally,
Mm-hmm.
but people did it anyway.
Well, exactly. Like, well, that's the same thing with like Left for like that's the same thing for everything. Like, instead of like Black Ops 3 would literally they advertise it modding for like their games and whatnot. Like that's the same thing for a lot of games. Like, unless you advertise that shit, like Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, like they specifically they made 2 different versions of the games. You bought Halo Master Chief Collection, you're gonna get 2 games. You're gonna get a game that is allowed to mod and a game that's not allowed to mod.
Which I think that's stupid.
Well, you got to think about it. Like, you're modding a game that's connected to official servers with statistics about all the other players. Your mod could potentially
Fuck up.
change the balance
Yeah, I
of the
get it.
game.
Uh-huh.
So it's done like that to keep the game fair. If you want to mod, play the modded version.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brother, he plays a lot of GTA. GTA
That's
5
another game that has a lot of replay value on PC.
does not have mod support.
I know, but people do mod it to make the replay value even stronger.
Exactly. That game does not have mod support. Rockstar doesn't seem to care,
It's
but
Take-Two.
cares a whole lot.
Well, yeah, because of money.
Exactly, because of the money.
I feel like
the way,
GTA. Explain.
like one thing specifically, because they've gone like different levels of like how much they hate it, but like specifically, if you were to like mod a game like GTA, you basically have to download GTA twice, and like you keep the modded version separate from the unmodded version. Because if you were to ever accidentally connect to the actual GTA servers with mods, that's an insta ban.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which like, I've heard people say like the modded version of GTA is so much better than like the regular version.
Right, and they don't have official mod support. They didn't do like how Halo did it, where they have 2 different versions of the game. You have to actually make the second version of the game. You download the game, and you modify it, and you re-download the game again to have the unmodified version. And you have to in the modded version, you have to disable the connection to the Rockstar servers. So like if you're playing the modded version, you have to connect to like unofficial servers.
Yeah, and see like I don't know, like Take-Two, like Take-Two. I feel like they're so focused on money and how much money they
Well, they're
want.
Rockstar's the developer.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Rockstar doesn't care, but Take-Two does care, and they want as much money as possible. But
right, that's the only thing a publisher really needs to care about is how they're going to make their money back.
exactly. But GTA 5 has made them even Red Dead 2 though. But GTA 5 has made them so much money. So much money. From launch day, they made $1 billion on one day. On launch day.
I mean, yeah, like on the terms of like whether or not they made their money, both GTA and Red Dead did amazing. But in terms of how profitable, Red Dead is kind of garbage compared to GTA.
Well, exactly.
Because of the microtransactions. Like basically the microtransactions were better in GTA. So people bought those. So the microtransactions is where most of the money comes in.
Yeah. And oh shit, my bad. And when you get people that mod the game to enhance the game even more, which enhances the replay value of GTA, because playing GTA online gets boring after a while.
Right. You reduce the amount of people buying the microtransactions, and it would make the most sense. Like, really like, oh yeah, the game is where they make most of their money. Like, yeah, that makes sense. They made all their money on day one. They made their money back and they made profit day one GTA 5. They but like the microtransactions pretty much took things to the next level and
Hmm.
basically allowing modding um takes away that revenue.
Yeah, but like it shows how, and like if you don't, it like anti-consumer. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
Like
I agree. I don't think it's a good practice.
because like that, like that's the same way with Call of World at War and Black Ops 3, where like they just plan out like with Black Ops 3, were just like, yeah, you can mod the fuck out of it, like we don't care. They even showed like how to do, like they had a whole description or video of like what you can do in mods for Black Ops 3.
Right, but then you had to actually talk, like, get in with them and get the software to actually mod. Like, unless you're downloading mods, like, there's the developers for modding, and then there's the players. Anybody could download mods, but not anybody make mods.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like the mod support for Black Ops 3 haven't enhanced the game for Black Ops 3 even more. The longevity of it, I guarantee you. Like if you go back to Black Ops 3 and there was no mod support,
Well, yeah,
the game would be
because
dead.
up until, like, before Black Ops 3 was out, PC World at War, like, World at War on PC was, like, doing great.
Exactly.
Um, then when Black Ops 3 came out, that's when World at War was finally starting to die.
Well, yeah, because Black Ops 3. Well, yeah, because you had better graphics, you had better probably modding abilities and like the whole
Right, because
shit.
but at that point, people in World at War, they were putting, like, advanced warfare guns in. They were
Exactly.
like they were doing all that shit, and
Exactly.
it's like, well, then when Black Ops 3 came out, it's like you can do all the same thing,
But more.
but better. You can
Yeah, but
actually advanced warfare guns actually look like they came out of Advanced Warfare, and to
yeah.
not look like they were scrubbed in the pile of dirt.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But there's still a modded community for Call of World at War because, like, yeah, Black Ops 3 came out. It did really
Exactly.
good,
They're
modding
just
the
like
whole shit.
people.
But people do go back and play Call of World at War now because like Black Ops 3 has been out for what, like almost a decade now, almost a decade.
Yeah.
So like people have gone back and like, all right, we'll go back to Call of World at War, like the whole shit. Like it's the same shit for GTA 4. Like GTA 5 came out, people still go back and mod GTA 4 now, but it's just like they go back and forth between each game. Like
There was a point in time where it was pretty much impossible to get on GTA 4.
why?
Because of
Oh yeah,
Windows.
because the Windows okay, because they took
Yeah.
down Windows and shit.
Yeah, the Windows 7, when they phased that out, they turned off the game servers because GTA ran on the Microsoft
Yeah.
game servers on
Hmm.
Windows 7. And well, I mean, after Windows 10 came out, or like after Windows 8 came out, but when Windows 10 came out, they turned off the game servers on Windows 7.
Yeah.
So when that came out, GTA 4 no longer worked.
Yeah.
They fixed it, but like basically you had to mod GTA 4 to even play it at that point.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, they fixed GTA 4, made it where you can go online and shit in the whole nine. They fixed it, but decades later now, not decades later, right? Kind of like a decade later, people have gone back and went to go back to modding GTA 4. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's been so long, people just go back.
What? Because my brother does a lot of GTA. After the mod LSPDFR came out,
Mm-hmm.
because there's the LCPDFR, um, Liberty City, like police,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
mods.
I seen videos on it.
So before LSPDFR came out, which it took a long time for LSPDFR to come out, uh, like people were still on GTA 4, but when that mod came out, pretty much is when GTA 4 died.
Yeah.
did
But
that mod.
but that doesn't mean people don't go back and play it once in a while.
It's much like, yeah, it's like before it, you'd be seeing like hundreds of people on. Now you're gonna see dozens of people on.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the replay value of modding have made games so much more replayable. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even including like Halo, because Halo has its own replayability. Fortnite has its own replayability within the software of the game, just like Halo does. And Roblox has its own replayability of the software. I don't think there is modding in Roblox. I don't
That's
think
all.
so.
I mean, all Roblox is programming your own game.
So yeah,
it's
so it's basically just it's a big mod. It's kind of like what's it called?
Gmod.
Gmod. That Gmod. That's basically like Gmod. BeamNG is the same thing. BeamNG is like it's surrounded by modding. You know what I'm saying? It's a big mod about cars crashing into other cars and realistic car crashes and shit. So like Gmod, there's no incentive of direction of
Right. That game was made by the same people that made Left 4 Dead.
Really?
CS. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Steam first party game.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, it's just a big mod fest. The same thing as BeamNG is a big mod fest. Roblox is just a meta quest. There's no like really modding in Fortnite. It's just a software you can build maps.
Yeah, they have the epic tools for Fortnite, which because they have their Unreal Engine. So pretty much they give the Fortnite players a piece of the Unreal Engine to build the stuff in Fortnite. So all of the maps in Fortnite are Unreal Engine. So like, and you can add your own scripts and stuff too, I'm pretty sure, but it's not to the same extent as Roblox.
Yeah.
Like you're still stuck.
But they're probably, I guarantee you they're going to get to that aspect though with Fortnite.
Yeah.
They're going to get there eventually. Like
Fortnite might 100% convert into Roblox, but it's definitely on its way.
Oh, definitely. It might still take a couple years, but it's definitely on its way. Where like Fortnite is just Roblox, just with a whole bunch of skins. You could be Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker.
Right. Like Fortnite, they cap you on how much you can do in your map. Roblox doesn't. Roblox will let you completely make something broken. Like they will let you make something that nobody can fucking play because it's just too fucking crazy. Fortnite will stop you from doing. Like they pretty much limit.
Well, because Roblox doesn't care. They're just like, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Fortnite is the same way, but they'll stop you.
Because you play Roblox back in like the day, like OG, like Roblox, back when like I first found it, like because I was looking up, like I saw my cousins had Minecraft, I didn't have Minecraft.
I remember watching my sister playing Roblox.
This was before Minecraft was officially like released, so before like that. But I was over at my cousin's house, saw them playing Minecraft. I was like, okay. Went home, looked up on the computer. It's like, I looked up Minecraft. Roblox popped up. It's like, oh, that's cool. Roblox is free. I go download Roblox, play that, and it's basically just fucking. It's a metaverse. That's what it always was. Like you go in, it's like you play with people, you chat with people, and like you build a fucking area. It wasn't like a bunch of games. Like there wasn't first-person shooters and shit back then. It was just people making maps.
Yeah, but Roblox is enhancing like a lot. Like I've seen people have like real like life-size people in Roblox.
Yeah, you can use meshes now. So like you're not using the Roblox parts. So like back in the OG Roblox, like they would give you like the basic shit, and then they're like, okay, make shit with this. So then you can build with the basic shit, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna build a refrigerator. So then you can build a refrigerator, and then you save that refrigerator as a file, and you can put it onto the Roblox marketplace. So then people can download your refrigerator onto their world.
But that like,
you can do like full-fledged modeling, like
exactly,
any game.
exactly. I remember watching my little sister play Roblox. My
Yeah.
little sister that was the two games my little sister would play when she was a kid is Minecraft and Roblox. Minecraft she modded, Roblox she just got on there and just played. And it was like I never like to be honest, when I was a kid, I never had a PC to myself. My little sister had a PC before I did.
Oh, I didn't have one to myself. That was the family computer.
Like I never my first laptop my little sister had three of them before I had one. You know what I'm saying? Like I never had my own like laptop until like what the time like what 2 years ago or whatever or some shit when I got my first laptop and I was using it to stream and record with my Elgato external Elgato capture card.
Yeah.
And that was like what a year ago to 2 years ago and whatnot. And now ever since I got me a desktop, I literally haven't touched that PC once.
I mean, I've been trying to give you ways, like back when like you did it, is like I've been trying to give you ways you can utilize both.
Well, yeah. I still am trying to go back.
I mean, definitely, like I barely used my laptop, but after like giving away my laptop, right? It's like there's a lot like at times it's like, damn, things would be so much easier if I just like popped up my laptop for a second.
Yeah, like you're not wrong. Like stuff will be easier, but like at the same time, like my desktop can do everything my laptop can do plus more. So it's like,
Exactly.
but like I do want to go back and I want to hang my laptop. Like use the arm I use for my get another arm that's more beefier, of course, and use that for a laptop, so I can use and I have a keyboard that can connect to like 3 computers at once. The only thing I need is a new mouse, to be honest. So like all what I really have to do is just change the direction of where my keyboard would go to and call it a day. But basically use my laptop for another direction of what I want to do. And whatnot. Probably like have it on a YouTube video that I'm streaming on and just see like what other people are seeing that I'm seeing at the same time type shit, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like that's that I'm thinking. I just don't know. But ever since I got my desktop, I have not. It literally's been sitting under my bed. It has not been touched once. And that laptop literally was on 24/7, charged, like how my desktop is now. It did not get disconnected until I got a desktop. So the battery's probably like shit on there now. Probably. I probably fucked up that battery like crazy.
What, did you let it die all the way?
No, I just I had it charged 24/7.
Yeah, that's bad.
I know.
So and it depends on the type of battery, but like if it's like a lithium like ion battery like your phone, you don't want it to be too charged and you don't want it to be like dead either. You want it to be like if you're going to let it sit for a while, you want it to be around the middle.
Which I didn't do that. Like
Yeah.
my laptop was on 24, just like my desktop. It was on 24/7.
Yeah.
The only time I shut it off was when I literally got a desktop, and I literally just shut it off. I was like, "Well, I don't need this anymore." And then my mom was like, "Can I take your laptop?" And I was like, "Oh, I was gonna use it for something." And it's been like a year and a half to 2 years now, and I'm like, I still haven't used it for anything yet. So I kind of lied to my mom.
I mean,
But
you were planning on it. You just
I still am playing. It's just I
sounds like
haven't
a
gotten to it yet.
hard-headed. Like some of it's like I think you're hard-headed. Some of it I think is like you just don't think about the ways you can do things. Some you run into a problem and then you're just like, I don't know how to do this. And there's a lot of times like you come to me for solutions and it's like it's not really that different either in my head. Like it's like I don't know how to do this, but like the difference is like I look at what I have available and I basically just start marching my way through. Like you see a problem and then you look at your surroundings, you look at what you have available, and you can basically build a map. So even if
Mhm.
you don't know what to do, you build that map up, and you can start seeing things like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, and basically trial and error. And then through a
Mhm.
bunch of times of doing trial and error, you get intuition. So you build up intuition, and with intuition, like that's when you can start to be like, something pops up is like it'll just come into your head. It's like, oh, just turn it off and on again.
Yeah, like I don't know, like yeah, it's kind of like that, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I kind of just get brain farted, and I'm like, well, I don't know what to
Yeah,
do.
yeah. The brain fart. You just have to like think, think through your solution. Like the brain fart, it's like because it's really easy, and anybody can do like run into this issue of like running into a problem and like I have no fucking clue, and I do all the time. Like I have no fucking clue, but then it's like a little bit of determination and like not really scaring to fuck up. Like I'm not that scared to fuck up.
Mhm.
Anybody can fuck up. It's not that embarrassing to fuck up. Um,
Yeah, like I don't know, like it's just like I don't know. I get brain farted. I'm like, I don't know that, and I just call you, and then you're like, do this, this, that, and that. I'm like, oh, okay.
and half the time I'm just guessing, and like it. A lot of the time it seems to work.
Do you know you bought me that golfing in Ether, and I still haven't played it yet?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Isn't that like a whole modded shit too, basically, or replay value?
It's a little
Where
game. Like
well, like
I
you
just,
can make your own maps and shit.
I don't know. It was just a cheap game. It's like, oh, this looks like a fun, stupid game to play for a little bit, and that's why I got it for you. It's like I played it. I played it. I bought it for Trent too. I played with him.
Wait, so
Um,
you can't mod it or can you mod it?
I have no fucking clue. I didn't even look. It's just a simple like stupid game.
Mm-hmm. It's a golfing game.
Yeah, it's like a indie, like it's like a lot like golfing with friends.
I've never played that at
I
all.
just played night.
Hmm.
I just played golfing with friends last night with Trent, Des, and myself.
I haven't played that at all, or I haven't played. I haven't even touched golfing either. I thought you could mod that shit, or I thought you could
I
like. I thought you could like make maps on that shit too.
I don't know about the one that I sent you or the one I bought you. That one I just got because it was like just a stupid little game. Um, but yeah, it was yeah that one. I mean, it's pretty fun. It's just a simple golf game. Golf with friends. There's a little more you can do with golfing with friends though. That one's like what made by an actual team. The golf game I bought you, I'm pretty sure was just made by one dude.
Okay. Yeah. Um. I hear you. My dad was talking to me.
Yeah.
It was only for like a quick second, so that's why I muted it. But it's probably not that bad. But but yeah, like I don't know. I just haven't touched it and whatnot, so I don't know. But
No, I wouldn't like it. I would touch it to like play with friends,
uh
but it's not really something you. That's
huh.
it's not some. I wouldn't even play golf with friends by myself. Like, and I'd say like golf
What
with
is
your
it?
friend.
What is it? Boring?
It's golf. It's just a golf. It's not like it's just golf. So like, unless you really want to play golf, like there's better. If I really wanted to play golf by myself, I would probably either play on the Switch, like or the Wii if I knew where that was, or I'd play in VR. But like if I'm playing with friends and stuff like that, it's like yeah, I'd play this stupid little golf game with friends.
And not take it serious one bit.
No, not at all. Exactly.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know. I guess so.
Because like
Partying.
not even taking itself serious. Like it's the type of game like you probably seen the videos where like you just have the ball and then you like click and you drag the mouse to like say how powerful it is. Boom, and you shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically go all at the same time. And it's like there's like a race like who gets to the hole first type shit. There's like a bunch different. It's like mini games, like a golfing mini games like in a mini golf course.
Okay. That sounds
It's not
interesting. I just haven't played it. So I've been meaning to play it, and like I saw you playing it. I think it was like last night or the night before. I'm not sure.
Yeah, last night that's not the same game. That was the golf in Aether is a different game.
Mm-hmm.
Last night we played golf with your friends, which I was a game is a Game Pass game.
Is it on Steam?
I don't know. I
Okay.
only played it Game Pass.
Cause a lot like I don't, even EA games come out on Steam. So I'm like, what's the point of having EA if it's just gonna come out on Steam?
Well, that's kind of like no, like okay. So some of the dumb shit, these Ubisoft games coming out on Steam, these EA games coming out on Steam, they might change it like for some of the newer ones. And I think I've heard some of them talk about changing it, but basically you buy the game, right? And then you go to download it, it's gonna make you get the EA launcher. It's gonna make you get the Ubisoft launcher. You might as well have just bought it on Ubisoft or EA.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't even worth it for you to buy it on Steam.
So like basically it's just another way for Steam to make an extra buck.
No, they're selling it. It's EA's. It's not Steam being like, "Oh, we're gonna take this game off of their store." No, it's Ubisoft coming to Steam and saying, "Hey, we want to sell you keys to our game on our launcher." So you can buy keys to a game on like you can on Steam you can buy a key to Assassin's Creed, but you still have to download the Ubisoft launcher.
Mm-hmm.
So the key only lets you tells the Ubisoft launcher that you own the game through Steam. So like really you're wasting extra fucking memory. Like especially if you were like not you specifically because you have like a shit ton of way more memory than you actually anybody actually needs right now. Um
64 gigs to be exact.
yeah. Um but like if you let's say you had like a machine that was worse that was like basically just good enough to play um
Minecraft.
Assassin's Creed
Okay.
because we're talking about specifically Ubisoft and EA. So let's say you have a game that's just or you have a computer that's just good enough to play Assassin's Creed
Okay.
and um you go and buy it off of Steam
Mm-hmm.
and then you download it off of Steam and basically it's going to have you download it off of Ubisoft. So
Mm-hmm.
then now when you go to launch the game, you open up Steam to launch the game and then Steam opens up Ubisoft and then Ubisoft actually launches the game, right?
So
And
that's two services that you have to run at the same time to
mm-hmm.
play.
And the difference between you being able to play the game and you not being able to play the game. If you were like have a machine that was just good enough to play it. So if you would have bought it on Ubisoft, you would have been able to play it. But if since you bought it on Steam, you can't handle it.
See, that sucks.
Yeah, I mean you wouldn't experience that because of like the tier of your system, but like
I'm I'm
that's
I'm
definitely
thinking about getting 120 gigs. By the way.
you okay. You need to think about bottlenecks. Okay,
Yeah.
um, increasing memory for you, you're gonna not notice a damn fucking thing.
I know. I
You
know.
what I'm saying is it's not worth it if you're gonna upgrade anything. Like
I want to upgrade. I want to get an either i7 or i9. To be honest, I need to upgrade my i5 because I know like my 4070 Ti be bottleneck, and I know an i5 14th generation is not gonna
Do you
like.
ever use your you ever use the MSI Afterburner stuff?
To a degree, yes.
Well,
And
if you want to
to be
know, like,
like the from what I know, Call of Duty uses more uh
memory
CPU power, fucking A.
power,
CPU power than using graphics card power.
like, is it telling you the percentages? Are you looking?
Yes, it's using 100% CPU power, and it's only using like, I'm pulling this other number like out of my ass because I'm not sure, like 30% graphics card power.
And you have like the settings maxed out, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Now, if
so
I change the settings to the graphics settings and make it lower, it won't bottleneck as much.
mhm.
But
It's not necessarily just that, because if you go through and like, if you're seriously trying to like figure out like the best route for your system, basically just keep your MSI Afterburner up and experiment with settings. Experiment, because sometimes like, yeah, you could like turn up the graphics settings and like also turn up the settings that affect the CPU but don't affect the graphics. And you could think like, oh yeah, turning down the graphics card settings will fix it. But then also like you're not considering turning down the settings that affect the CPU. So like you can change up different
yeah,
settings
I
and
could do that. Like, you're not wrong. Like, everything you're saying is
no,
like,
I'm saying if you actually want to know like the best route to upgrade your computer, do that.
I know it's my CPU though. I know it is.
Yeah, it sounds like your CPU based on that. Like if your CPU is hitting 100 in your graphics card, but what about your CPU? Is it your bus?
What's the bus?
Okay, so there's like a data bus. So your CPU sends information to your graphics card. Yeah, your i5 is probably the issue. But like there could be a bus issue. So like you're going to need like your motherboard has a bus on it, which is pretty much a bunch of wires that connects between like, let's say for instance your memory and your CPU, or your CPU and your graphics card. Because your graphics card has to talk to your CPU
Mm-hmm.
and your talk to your CPU. So whenever you're sending data, there's information being sent across the bus. And if the bus isn't fast enough, then you'll see the bandwidth issue. It'll say your CPU is trying, like, it'll basically is like, oh, you're eating up all the bus. Your graphics card is asking for more information than the bus can handle. And the CPU is sending across the bus as fast as it can handle. Um,
So now,
which would
how do you upgrade the bus? Or
That's a
can
mother
you? Or can you not?
like that's not one little thing you can upgrade. Like you're upgrading the whole motherboard. Like those are wires inside of your motherboard. Like you know how
Mm-hmm.
motherboards
Yes,
are
yes, I get
and
that. Uh-huh.
you're not going to upgrade the bus.
So basically, like, just get a brand new motherboard.
Right. And if you're getting a new CPU, like you can get a CPU of the same generation, right, of what you got, but like to like an i7, and it might be compatible with the same board. Like you might get a new CPU that's compatible with the board you have. But if you're in like it's fast and the CPU is faster than your i5, and you should be able to expect it to balance out. But you might, if your bus is an issue if your graphics card is too fast for your bus, um, and you put a CPU in that's technically fast enough to keep up with your GPU, and you still notice issues like that, it might be deceiving to be like, oh, the CPU is still the issue, when in actuality it's your bus. So then you'd have to get a new motherboard to actually fix it, and not a new CPU. But I would say with your i5, yeah, it's with your 4070,
Ti, Ti.
yeah,
There, I was gonna give me a new motherboard and CPU anyway. It's so
yeah,
damn expensive. I'm kind of waiting for taxes to, like, get my taxes back to see like how much I get. So, like, even though I have other shit, I have Christmas money and shit that I can just basically put onto that and call it a day, basically. But at the same time, like I kind of want to get if I get a new CPU and new motherboard, I basically have all the pieces, almost all the pieces to make a brand new computer. All I would need to get is a power adapter and power bank, the power thing, and the fan, and that's all I would need. Itchy.
Yeah.
That's all I would need, and then get a case, and I can make me a new PC basically with the pieces that I have, because
How much? Isn't your power supply a little overkill for what your system is now anyway?
it's 800.
800.
I probably could have got me a 700, but I just got 800 just to make sure.
Yeah, it's definitely overkill. CPUs typically consume way less. Like your GPU is usually your most energy consumptive. So like your GPU, if like a big upgrade on the GPU would warrant a big upgrade on your power supply. And that power supply is not even old because you upgrade. That's an upgraded power supply from what you had in there.
Exactly. Yes.
I don't know. I would do the math like after you pick out your stuff, but I don't think you'd have to upgrade your power supply.
No. Okay, so I wasn't gonna upgrade my power supply. I was gonna keep my power supply, the one I have now.
I thought
No, what I was saying is because I'm not using the one I got from that PC. It's not modulated. As you told me before. You even said when I got the PC, you're like, I guarantee you that PC is not modulated. So I'm going to have to give me another power bank. And I probably was just going to give me like a 700 power supply.
You just have a new one that's already modular, don't you? The second one you got was modular?
Listen, if I make a new PC.
Oh, you're making a new.
Yes. No. If I make a new PC, I'm gonna have to give me a new power supply because the one I have isn't modular.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
The new one that
I was going off the reference that you were upgrading.
No.
I
have 800 is enough for a 4070 Ti, in probably whatever. Well, if I give me an i9, I should still have enough with a motherboard, right? Power supply.
So you're gonna have two computers at this tier.
What I was gonna do. So I have the RTX 3050. Take the i5 I have. Take the motherboard I have, and take the 16 gigs of RAM sticks I have. That's still like I literally can see right now.
Okay.
Put all that into another computer.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I thought you were like building a whole new one, but like
no. I was gonna take every part that I got rid of or took out and put it into a new computer. I could just sell it, but like
you probably make money. I mean, if you built one, like if you go and like shop around for parts, you could probably make money.
Yeah, most definitely I can make money, but like you know how to put a PC together better than I do, so. And I guarantee you don't want to sit on the phone for 8 hours a day while I build a PC.
Like every time.
Yeah, like the last time, just to put in a damn graphics card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I guarantee you, until like I actually know how to build a PC by myself from scratch, that's not going to be a good thing. To having to call you every time. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, well, if this is going to be a thing, you're going to have to give me some of the profit or some shit. I'm not going to be on the call making no profit off of this. You know what I'm saying? Because you're building the PC and putting it all together, but I'm helping with this, so I should get some of the profit. No, that's not going to happen. So, until I know how to build a PC by myself without having no help, even though there's nothing wrong with getting help, but like, without having no help majority of the time, I don't think that would be a good thing. But
I can't believe it took you that long to do that.
I know. Shut up. Okay. And then putting this other PC together is probably going to take even longer because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be doing or what the fuck to do. So, at the same time, once I get all the pieces, all I'm going to need is a new power bank and a new fan, which is Intel. So I'm going to buy me another RGB fan or use the one I have now and put a new RGB fan into put a new RGB fan into the new PC and put the old one back into my old PC with a 3050 and call it like that. Because to be honest, like if I did do that, that PC is just gonna be used for recording and
Right.
and editing, and that's about it. Like my gaming PC would be only used for gaming and then recording. So like the PC only would be using is full power to just game. Because to be honest, I
Right.
don't even know what this PC can do when it's not recording. Because I'm recording all the time. So it's like I never really know what this PC potential can do.
I mean, I don't think you'll ever know, because unless you like test it right when it's fresh and like see everything that it's capable of doing right when it's fresh, like it's power wise, like you're because now that you've been running it and you download software onto it, like there could be stuff like that's negatively impacting it.
That's true.
That which is true, like with a lot of things. Like if you do a fresh install, it's usually a lot better than an install that's been in there for a
Well,
while.
if I
Everything
do get a new CPU and motherboard, I basically am doing a fresh install. Like,
yeah.
so the only thing
And
is like,
doing what, a new build, or that's what your upgrade is, a new motherboard and
that's really all I need to do is upgrade the motherboard and CPU. I'm basically
okay.
good with everything else. Like the fan is good. Like,
What your CPU and motherboard, and that's what you're going to use for the new build, or like for
yes, I'll
the.
put my 4070 Ti into it. Yes.
So basically, all you need is some storage, so some hard drives, power supply, and a case.
Basically. Which is like to be honest, like
If you're gonna use like your plan like you were doing, like where you stream on one and you play on the other,
yeah.
and like do that, um I don't know, I'd probably just like put maybe 500 gigs like to a terabyte SSD in it, because it's only going to be used if it's only going to be used for
Like
that purpose.
to be honest, so hear me out on this. I'm gonna have to put an NVMe in it. So like I was gonna keep the NVMe I have now.
You mean like your card, your add-on, because NVMe is like a port, so like your graphics card is NVMe.
Okay, so my SSD that's NVMe.
Oh wait, never mind, like your NVMe SSD, never mind,
Yes. So
sorry.
I have an NVMe SSD. I have another SSD that's 2,000 terabytes that I use also, and I have my HDD external hard drive that I use, which the 2
Are you
terabyte.
so you're wanting to move that over to like use
I
one of
was
them?
gonna move the 2 terabyte SSD over
Be
to
very careful, because like, do you know which one has your operating system on it?
the first NVMe.
Is that the one?
Yeah, the NVMe is with the one with the operating system on it.
That's the one you're trying to move?
No,
Okay, good.
no, I'm not moving that one.
You're gonna
I'm
have to reformat the drive.
Huh? And I think my I think my motherboard has other NVMe slots. It's just it's covered
Mhm.
by these like things are covering it, and you have to get screws and unscrew them, and then you can put another
Yeah,
me
yeah.
on. So
They
that's
have like,
what I think. It has other ports, so I should be
yeah,
good. So
yeah.
what I was gonna do is get another NVMe slot. So for my old PC that I'm gonna make, basically the only thing is gonna have a 700 power bank and the whole shit. It's basically gonna look the exact same except some different stuff. Get a new NVMe, bring the 2 terabyte SSD that I have over that's RGB, put that over there, and basically have my NVMe and HDD for my gaming one, and have my streaming one have a new NVMe in my SSD. So I'll have 3 terabytes of storage for my video. What? I feel like that'll be fine. Because it's not going to be used for gaming. Like, it's only going to be used for streaming and recording. itchy.
Yeah. It's only
So-
going to be used for recording.
Yep, from the Elgato. So I'm gonna use the Elgato SSD that I have, or the Elgato PCIe that I have, the 4K, and plug that into that one, and basically just use that to record.
So what? Your power supply is like 800, right? And that's you're gonna like another 800.
No, I was gonna get a 700 because like it's gonna be a RTX 3050, and the one that came with it is a 600. So I was just gonna give me a 700 just to have
Because
that
I
extra layer of beef. Huh?
just some quick math, just assuming because be careful. You can't just plug in an infinite amount of things into your outlets. And like I just based on an estimate, it's like your room probably has, or your room probably can handle like 2400 watts of power. That probably, don't take my word on that. That's my guess. 2400. So like just simply having these two computers running at max like power, like if you're running a max power, you're almost like you're just over half of how much your room can handle. So those two computers alone will like consume half of the power your room can handle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's not including like your monitors or anything.
Yeah. So like what? Like I'll blow it basically.
Careful. Like you'll be fine. Like that it doesn't seem too crazy, but if like you're really close to that like number that I got right here, which you're not, that you're like just over halfway with those two computers. But if you get really close to it, like that's where problems can like happen. Like you'll blow circuits. Like you'll notice like like the power in your room keeps getting turned off, specifically in your room.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Well,
get yeah.
well, I don't know. Like I was just gonna give me a 700, but I might just get a 600 and call it like that. Like,
Get what
huh?
your system get what your system is asking for. At least what your system is asking for. You can go a little over. Do not undercut your power supply.
Mm-hmm.
Do not cheap out on a power supply. Never cheap out on a power supply.
Yeah. Well,
That is
that's what I said. I was just gonna give me a
that is the
600.
most dangerous part in your computer is your power supply.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Never cheap out on it. That's the part that goes boom if it wants to.
Go boom.
Yeah.
Like a nuke.
Well, you might hear popping and smoking and fire.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had that yet happen, so I should be fine for right now. I should.
Popping is
Huh?
probably the first. Popping and smoking from it is probably the first thing you'll hear. Because the capacitor, like the high power capacitors, like those will explode and spurt molting metal and liquid everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then comes the fire and
Then comes the boom.
yeah. Well, that there was the boom is mostly just like a little pop, like nothing too crazy. But then it's smoke and fire.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a big boom. I mean, hopefully not. Maybe, but
I don't think
mo-
it will be, to be honest.
it's just a little pop.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I might just get a 600. I'm not sure. To be honest, I might just get a 600 and call it like that.
Do the math, Nos. You have to do the math.
To be honest, I don't even know how much power these three monitors take.
Well, the monitor is getting its own power. The power that your computer is going to need to worry about is sending the data to it. So, like the higher resolution your monitor, the more data has to be sent. So the more power has to be sent. But your monitor is pulling power from your wall.
Mm-hmm.
which I mean that adds to the full like to your 2400 up to your because that's your max, like your theoretical max. Theoretical. Don't take that as your because that's off the assumption that you can pull 20 amps out your wall.
Mm-hmm. Well, like at the same time, like so the PC that I have came with a i5 10th generation with the motherboard that I still have now, with the i5 I still have now. The power bank was a 600. You know what I'm saying? It was a 600. So if I basically get the power bank I have from the PC I have now, but make it a 600, I probably should be fine.
Yeah, you probably should get one that's reputable.
Yeah, I was gonna get the same one I have in my PC I have now, but just a 600.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, like I haven't had no problems with this power bank.
Get like a gold. Like I think at 600 the best you're probably gonna find is silver maybe. Because like
No, because the one I had was a gold 600.
but that one like I don't even that's like an OEM. So like you don't even know what fucking factory that was made in. Like it could be like a good one, it could be a bad one. Because it's OEM. That's like there's no like brand names on it. So like the ones you're gonna buy that you want to look for like reputable is like you're gonna base the brand on how reputable they are. But the one that came with like your pre-built, like that's an OEM. So like you have no fucking clue the quality, like unless you can research the factory that made it. But like that's not a brand name.
No, but it's not even modular, so like I'm not even gonna use it to be honest.
Yeah, and you could get really good ones that are not modular either. Like modular doesn't mean good; it just means like you can keep it clean. Like it's not gonna be a mess. It's easier to put together with modular.
Yeah, like you're not wrong. It's just ever since I got modular, I kind of
It's yeah, I wouldn't want to go back either. I
I
built mine modular, and it's you don't gotta hide a bunch of wires that you're not using.
like some people don't mind hiding the wires, or like it's kind of just whatever. Like
I
it's
mean, they
not that.
build the cases for places to put the hidden wires because they know that you're most likely not going to use everything. And
Mm-hmm. So like it's kind of just like it's kind of like just whatever. Like I'm just gonna do that and call it like that, you know. So it's like, but I'm gonna do modular. I'm like, fuck that. I'm just gonna do modular. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm gonna just do modular because that's like the best thing ever. Not having to deal with a bunch of wires around the place and whatnot, you know.
yes, sir. So what we know now, Nos is trying to get himself his new PC or his new old PC. He's trying to reminisce about his 3050. He's trying to bring it back to life. Give it some new blood.
I guess you could say that. I don't know. Like it just sits. It doesn't have any like it hasn't been powered up in like months now. Probably like almost a year, I think now. That
I
RTX
think what you're doing. I think it's an interesting project. Um, do I think like the gains you'll get out of it will be worth the total money? Well, considering you're trying to do like upgrades to your system, and most of it's going to be like parts that's going to just pretty much go to waste anyway. Um, you're probably going to spend an extra on top of that, like maybe 200 bucks on getting the extra parts you need, like maybe 300 to get all the extra stuff you need to
You're talking
build it.
about the old PC?
Like the extra one you're building out of your extra old parts, yeah.
Yes.
Um, like it's probably gonna cost you around like 300 to complete it. Um, the gains because if you're using it for like helping you stream and stuff like that, you might be able to like play more games on your system that you wouldn't necessarily be able to before, like CPU wise. Because like when you see Call of Duty, that CPU, and you say you're always streaming and you're always recording when you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
I know from the readings on that, like when I see like the memory readout, it's not just Call of Duty. It's other stuff too. Like it's all of the memory being used, and it's all of the CPU being used, not just Call of Duty using CPU. Um, so like you're streaming, like so your readout on Call of Duty that you're looking at maybe while you're streaming, um, is not necessarily just what Call of Duty is asking for. As soon as you stop streaming, you might see that it says it's lower than what it was before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is basically saying like you will be able to do more by taking off the streaming, but I don't think it'll be a big noticeable difference from the viewer point of view.
Well, you're not
It,
wrong. Like, it probably won't be a bigger difference, but at the same time,
it
like,
won't increase your production value by much. It'll just like give you extra tools, and you'll have a dedicated streaming hardware.
which that's like what a lot of YouTubers are doing now. Is just they just have a dedicated. It's not like they don't even. It's like they have like a 2060 graphics card. It's like the basic computer, and they just use it for recording, and that's it.
Yeah, because you don't need that much. Like it's just simply recording. Isn't that like if you're just recording 4K 1080p? Because technically, what my 1060, it when they marketed it, they're like it's perfect for 4K streaming, perfect for like streaming like 4K data. So like it would be perfect for streaming 4K games, but not perfect for playing 4K games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like my computer would be able to stream game like be a streaming machine for games much better than what the system actually is. And if I actually got a system that was capable of smoothly, because I can play games in 4K, but it's not like the best experience. So if I got a system that can smoothly play games in 4K, and I tried to stream on it, I probably wouldn't be able to stream it in 4K because I have to use some resources to stream it. So then if I took my 1060 system and streamed off of there, now I can stream in 4K.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Is in like, it will take the bandwidth off of the take the bandwidth off of the PC and put it onto another PC. You know what I'm saying? So all that PC's doing, all it does is game.
But now you're going to have to you're going to have extra input latency on it because you have to send the video output of the one system into the other system, and then you'll be able to monitor it through your streaming system. So you have the latency of the connection to deal with.
Yeah, but like,
It's a much smaller difference than wireless. Wired connection is typically faster than wireless. But
exactly, which it all is gonna be wired. Like, it's all gonna be wired. Besides the internet, it's all gonna be wired. There's gonna be there. I use wireless, so it's all good. But it's all gonna be.
or if you did like a splitter out from your one system to where you could have the HDMI or whatever you're using go to your Elgato and then also go to your monitor. But then you're splitting it, and there could be some glitches that happen with that are due to the splitting.
So what the 4K does, what the 4K does is it goes to the monitor, and then it goes to the console.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it does. It goes to the monitor and then it goes to the console. To the PC though, it will go
like your internal Elgato
yes,
versus your external.
exactly. So
Yeah.
it will go to the monitor and then will go to the PC. So you got one port going to the monitor and you got one port going to the PC. Basically.
That's your external one. And your internal one has the HDMI port where you plug in.
It does the same thing.
It does the same thing?
Yeah, it's just internal. So it uses the PCIe port to make you're the one that explained this to me.
You don't plug the Xbox directly into your Elgato.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so it is working. You're explaining it poorly then. Because the way I'm saying is like when you plug your PC into the Elgato, right? And you have like so when you go through there and then you go from the Elgato to the other monitor. So from the Elgato to the monitor, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's from the processing in the Elgato, you're acquiring latency.
But it's not that much.
It's
The
not.
latency is very like since it's internal and not.
I understand, NOS. It's very small, but the fact that it is there, that is the issue. It may or may not be noticeable. I'm not saying how bad it is. I'm saying that it exists.
Yeah. But it exists, but it's a lot smaller than the external one, like a lot smaller because it's PCIe.
Mm-hmm. PCIe is a fast.
Yeah, so it's instant. It's probably like milliseconds, to be honest.
Because you're getting the latency from the processing.
Exactly.
So when it
from the external, it was at least like a minute. Not a minute. Mm-hmm. Fuck, what am I talking about? It wasn't a minute. It was like a second. And that second,
might not even actually been a second, to be honest with you. Like, it could have been smaller than a second. If it's noticeable, it's noticeable. If it's noticeable, then it seems bigger than it is. If it's not noticeable, then you're not noticing it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With the PCIe, there's still a smudge, but it's probably so like not noticeable that you like literally you have to be like a genius to probably figure out how fucking small it probably is, and they just can't.
Probably have to look at frames.
Exactly.
Which basically have to look at it in slow motion to be able to tell.
Exactly, but they just came out with another PCIe 4K Elgato that even has probably I think it has even smaller latency, and
But then that's probably they increased the generation of PCIe to use a faster bus. So if you end up using that on a system that doesn't have a faster bus, then it's not going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Like you might as well use the other one.
Yeah. So like the one I use right now works fine, and when there's no delay at all, like it's fine. So like to be honest, it's really not that big of a deal. But like it does have it where like it eventually there is a delay. Like eventually you can the minute delay happen, like the second delay happens, and then once you restart your PC, it goes back to normal. Like it doesn't sit like because the PC's on, it's generating more shit and whatnot. So eventually there's gonna be a delay. So you just gotta turn off the PC, officially turn off or by the switch, turn it off, and then wait for it to turn off, and then turn off officially by the switch, and then restart it. The Elgato one, there was continuously a delay.
Because they're both Elgato.
Exactly. The external one.
I'm trying to follow. So
yeah. I'm sorry. The external one always had a delay. There was never like not a delay, and that's what I'm saying. There was always.
After you got your GPU, because in your laptop it was worse, but with your GPU it was a little better.
Yeah, it was. I kept fucking up. But then when I got the 4K, it literally just went away. I was like, I don't have any problems. I can shoot a gun with no problem, and the sound will come out exactly when I'm shooting the gun. So like, it was literally no problem. But it still has that issue where if you keep your PC on long enough, eventually the processing power will like not be able to keep up, and like it will have that delay, and then you just restart it or turn it off and turn it back on officially, and then it's back to normal. But I guess that's just a 4K thing. I don't know if that's just an Elgato thing or what. or the motherboard processing power. I don't know. Huh?
Um, the latency thing is inevitable, and like you said, like you notice it as it's running. Like it could get bogged down. Like literally, if software running on it, because it's hardware, but there's software on it too, and the
Exactly.
software can
But it
get
takes a
bloated.
long time for the PCIe one to actually get bogged down.
Hmm.
The Elgato, it happens like right away. So I don't know. Like, I kind of glad the 4K now fits in my computer. It just like, I just want to make it where this PC just only does gaming. And then I have just another one, and then I'm gonna have to deal with that issue. But like, all I would really have to do is just restart it and turn back on and call it a day. Like, the issue will go away then. To be honest, like, it really isn't that. The only thing is, like, I'll probably have to get rid of I'll probably have to not get rid of, but put away like my Series X probably, because I gotta put this PC somewhere, and the only place I can put it is where the Series X is at. Which I don't even use my Series X, so it's really not that big of a deal.
Right.
To be honest, like, everything on the Series X comes out on PC. It's the PS5 that not everything comes out on PC on PlayStation. So like, that's the only thing I gotta worry about. But other than that, like, everything comes out on Xbox. So yeah. If I do that, I have to get rid of my Series X, or not get rid of it, but put it away and make room. But I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I'm just jibber jabbering. But I think this is it.
I agree.
I think we've
Um,
gone on long enough. Do you have anything else to say before we hit the hay? Or before I go
uh,
to sleep, to be honest.
no, I think I'm good. There's some small things, but it's not really worth mentioning at the moment. I might bring them back up later, but
Off the record.
either or, on or
Mm-hmm.
off.
Okay. Alright. Because I'm hungry. I gotta take me a nappy poo because I've been yawning. I know my ass is starting to get tired. So,
Yeah, I head out of here in like half an hour, so.
okay. So, that was it. Peace out, Girl Scout.